people's emotional feelings, men who never shake when people were expecting them to fail. Almighty Chukwuka continue to bless them and also take glory. Maja Igbo and the blood of our innocent comrades continue to protect this very leadership. For it is not easy. It isn't easy, honestly. Biafran, if it is easy, I don't think we'll be here by now. The enemy would have used us to do what they have prepared to do. So therefore, the People's General, Mazi Sheka, Dibia Edozim, and all the members of the Directorate of State, may Chukwuka continue to guide your wisdom. He said, let me also use this very opportunity to announce to us, Biafrans, for tomorrow program, 5 p.m. Biafra time. Please, all IPOB, wherever you may be, once it's 5 p.m. Biafra time, always you know how to put your time together with where you are living. I want to use this very opportunity to announce to us that there will be a program, Biafra Regional Affair, coming forth on 23rd of August 2026, being tomorrow Sunday by 5 p.m. Our region is our identity. The affair of our region is the affair of everybody. So we are going to look into our region, things going on over there, and discuss accordingly. So therefore, you are highly invited to this very special program. Come and ask your question. Come and make your contribution. Come and also educate people with your idea. Opportunity will be given to each and every one of you who join and request mic to speak. That very opportunity will be given to each and every one of us. So therefore, call your friends and well-wishers. That's your brother in political corridor of Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Call everybody. This program will take place on Radio Biafra Twitter space, which is currently X space. Make sure that you are there. Make sure that you are there. You pick up the flyer on our Facebook timeline and share widely. Invite people, go to your S account, tag many media platforms, tag many Nigeria political parties, tag anybody, senators, because we are going to uncover, we are going to expose that very secret behind 2027 election. We are not going to interfere, but all we are going to do is to educate our people, give our people the right information they need, so that they will be aware. IPOB is like a town crier. We give information. We also throw bone to the dog. So therefore, it is left for the dog to know what to use that bone to do with him and the gods. So this is our work, and that work is your also work. As you join, do not forget to inform our people that this special program tomorrow, they need to be there 5 p.m. Biafra time. Come with your pen and paper. Come with your brain and your questions. If you do not ask us questions in this very program, we will ask you questions. We will. So be rest assured that if you don't ask us questions, we are going to ask you questions. So prepare yourself very well for contribution, question, answer, and also prepare to educate others. Very, very necessary. That is it for the program. It is called Biafra Regional Affair. Affair of Biafra is what we are going to discuss that tomorrow. It is actually, the program is every Sunday by 5 p.m. Every Sunday we always host this program on Space by 5 p.m. Make sure you are always there. But tomorrow, do not miss tomorrow program. So that is, by the way, on that very side. Secondly, I don't want to bring their flyers on my page because this is just a beginner program to begin. Maybe along the line I will also touchline that very area. We have been talking about institution, and many people, I believe that many of us have understand what institutionalization is all about. And as time goes on, you will continue to understand the benefits, the efficacy, or the importance of institution in a movement of this very magnitude. As we proceed, or we continue to inform our people, you are going to get it right. Because I said that na keke si atu inu a oburu oge egbuturu ka ọ na-akpọ nkụ. But as time goes on, our people will understand that this very leadership of IPOB led by Mazi Chekadibi Edoziem and all the members of Directorate of State are the savior of Biafrans. Are the saviors of Biafrans because the proactive step they have taken to save you and save me and my family and yours family, even children unborn, is what we will never stop to give thanks to. Maybe now you might not be able to understand very well what they have done to secure your freedom, to secure your to grant safety to your life. You may not understand. I must remind us also that the People's General Mazi Chekadibi Edoziem, who is gentle giant, he is the only one. He is the one, the right one. Nigeria government enlisted his name in the list of people terrorizing Nigeria. He is the only one who is championing, who is the head of this movement that have went to court, defeat Nigeria and come out victoriously. The evidence is everywhere. Go to Imo State Federal High Court, you will get the document. It is intact. This victory, this landmark victory, was secured by our indefatigable and erudite barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and the legal and all the legal team he leads. The People's General is the only one whom Nigeria has tagged or enlisted in the list of their terrorism, and he went to court and win Nigeria, hands down, and walk quietly without making noise. Others are behind the bar for what they have committed and for what they have done to themselves. But the people's general, the gods of the land is with him, and his hand is clean. He has never ordered for any killing. He has never ordered for anybody to be unalived. He has never ordered for anyone's life or property to be destroyed. He has never. And that is why the blood of our innocents shed for the restoration of Biafra will continue to guide and protect him. The gods of our land will always speak for him where his voice cannot reach. He is also the savior of our time. Those who listen to him in 2023, I think towards October, he rightly informed Biafrans that very time that if you have money in Nigeria bank account, you should make sure that you change it to any hard currency that you know that Nigeria is going to extinction. Those who adhere to that very information and save their money outside Nigeria bank, they are enjoying today. But the worst thing, the unimaginable thing is just that many of those people cannot come and give IPOB intelligence the glory. They cannot even come and give IPOB glory. But IPOB helped them to secure profit, futuristic profit. You and I know about this very information I'm saying. And today, those who took that information serious have doubled their benefit. But I don't know, maybe they said according to Christian believers that their Jesus healed 10 people, only one person came to appreciate. 9 others left, and they never come. So we know those who benefited from this very information, powerful information, many of them have used their income or benefit to put up mansions everywhere, driving a very powerful cars or whatsoever, but have forgotten that IPOB intelligence and the leadership of IPOB led by People's General Mazi Doziemu saw this and informed them right, and today they are benefiting. But that is to tell you that the leadership of IPOB came for safety of our people, came to secure the safety of our people. And we must continue to support them, heap our support around them. Because it is not easy. It is not easy, honestly. They are doing well. They are doing well. So, my great comrades, I welcome each and every one of you. This very evening, I saw a lot of people. And let me just first of all welcome you, Williams. I welcome you, Nwachukwu Sonny Nwobodo. You are highly welcome. Ndubisi Mmadubia. I welcome you, Ebuka Sota Chukwu. I welcome you also, Nwachineke. Mona Kevin, you are highly welcome. Omena Penny. It has been a long time. Omena Penny, Ezbo Nwachineke. You are highly welcome. I must welcome you. Nkiru Kanyawu, Ezbo Nwada, you are highly welcome. Panty Brown, Dennis, you are highly welcome. Biafra Freedom, Utonwa Global. I welcome each and every one of us. Tonight, we are going to look into the topic I put here, how IPOB institution uncovered unseen hands. Unseen hands. You know, those days when this issue, many things were coming up, a lot of people, I don't know, should I say it was because of the broad problem we are facing as of that time. There are things we never pay attention to. Gilbert Chukwebuko Keke, you are welcome, Washineke. So, because of the broad problem everywhere, because of these problems, many of us were not paying attention to some wordings, okunde mmadu na-ekwu, idioms, expressions of people. We were not paying attention. But the leadership of this very movement understand the game, and they are on top of that very game. They manage this movement, manage external emotion of people. They manage people's emotion before we can come to this very point. So, the unseen hand that the institution of IPOB have uncovered today is what I am going to discuss with us. Makalasi na ana agbosa ala agumais. Oburozi agbacha oso. The Biafran movement na ana agbosa ana agumais. If not for the institution of IPOB today, if not for the doggedness of this very institution, that the leadership have looked beyond what you can see and said, we must institutionalize IPOB in order to forge ahead and also to win this very war. If I should take you back when we have not come to this institutionalization under the leadership of ex-leader Mazen Nandekano, you cannot win the war that these unseen hands have created against this movement without institutionalizing this movement. There is no way you can win the battle. There's no way, except the movement becomes an institution. And the leadership, being very smart, they understood that this war cannot be won. Not that we cannot win it entirely, but because of people's emotion and the way our people reason, they understood that to win this war against individual control, against absolute power control, the movement must be institutionalized. Taking you back to the previous years when IPOB was not institutionalized under individual control, Mazen Nandekano, there are many battles people came to fight. People around the so-called leadership instituted that time. Maybe, I don't know whether it's the first one or the second one, according to them. When they saw things going out of point, they tried to fight. But for the fact that then the movement was not institutionalized, they failed the war they lost the war against an individual control, which is absolute power, supreme control. If you remember, Obidio fought for what is right. What was his fight? he saw unseen hand. Obi the Obienu saw unseen hand, and he raised alarm. As an individual, he failed. Obi the Obienu saw unseen hand in this very movement. But when he rose to challenge that unseen hand, he was beat down. He never succeeded on that very wall, and he angrily left. George Onyibe, I want to remind you, despite that most of these people have their own dubious intention, there are things they saw. But for the fact that IPOB was not institutionalized, they saw all this. When they tried to fight, some of them were cornered and said, you have to calm down. They began to fight for position. Who will give order? The unseen hand, absolute power control, the supreme absolute power control, destroyed them, because IPOB was not institutionalized as of then. Tony Nnadi, I used to remember Tony Nnadi. Tony Nnadi fell apart and fight as a single individual. He has Ninas. He has another group called the Lower Niger Congress. But for the fact that this group he had no institutional structure, they beat him down with his leaders. Tony Nnadi, you cannot hear about him again. Many people saw unseen hand, but they came to fight that unseen hand as individual, and they failed. Why do they fail? Because then IPOB was not institutionalized as of today. Uche Mofo, I want to be reminding you, Uche Mofo was into that circle. Uche Mofo saw unseen hand. With what him himself, with his own dubious intention, the supreme absolute power control single-handedly pick Uche Mofo out, and Uche Mofo tried to fight single-handedly. He saw that he cannot be able to do that. He went to merge power with Asari Dokubo and Ralph Wazurike under de facto government. But that de facto government has no structure, it has no roots, and it has no foundation. The unseen hand beat this de facto movement down, and today they cannot be able to rise again. There are many who rose to fight the unseen hand, but they failed because they were not operating on the foundation of institution. That is why they all failed. And that comes the People's General, led DOS Mazi Sheikh Adibi Edoziem, a gentle dove. The People's General Mazi Sheikh Edoziem is a sample of that quotation in the Bible: be smart as serpent and be gentle as dove. He is the typical example of that quotation. During the time of George Onyibe, and so and Obi Diobienu, there are many of them like that. Omiomio, all of them. The People's General was in the circle. Yes, Mwada Nkiru, silent as Shiva. During the so-called DOS the second, the People's General, gentle giant, was among. Do you know why he succeed? The leadership of IPOB led by Chike Doziem succeed. The People's General was the secretary among them. Let me come. Hold on, please. I think I have the picture. The People's General was secretary. And you know, in every organization, if you want to know anything going on in organization, try to confide with the secretary of that organization. That secretary has everything, every hidden thing. He knows anything discussed in that meeting. He knows any plan. Any plan that you are doing for any organization without secretary, that plan might be a coup. But without secretary, it cannot work. The People's General was there, a gentle dove, observing, quiet. They consider him a weak man. They consider the People's General a weak man who cannot speak, who cannot talk, but he is gentle as dove and at the same time smart as serpent. Let me put the People's General. We have the pictures. we have everything we need. Just a little time, please. So the People's General was there, following up, trying to know the direction, trying to understand what does these people really want to use the blood of our people to do. You can look at the picture of the People's General, Mazi Chike Doziem, a very quiet and gentle man. A man behind. He don't want to be presented as a leader. He was very quiet, following up, calculating how do we move this struggle forward. Whenever an issue rises, he goes back to his book, look into it, study the map, study the mindset of people, study the opinions of people, and come out and begin to put things together. The People's General become the head of Directorate of State, and on seeing hand we're seeing him like somebody he can mash on the head and he will enter inside. He doesn't like to talk. He was quiet, following up, trying to understand the direction these people are going, until we come this very far. Many of you do not have this very picture. Last time they posted this picture, they tried to remove the People's General, only put edit and do one or two things, and put Ken Ntakano, so that to tell you that they have been going diplomatic move. The People's General does not want to talk. They don't know that we have the pictures. We have every evidence intact, but we cannot bring all of them at the same time. So, why we won this war and we continue to win is because this very leadership of IPOB led by Mazi Chike Doziem understood very well that you cannot, this unseen hand that has supreme absolute power control has eaten deep in the brain of our people, that our people will see the truth but decide to play with their emotions. The people general and all the members of the leadership of indigenous people of Biafra understand that to win this war, you have to institutionalize IPOB so that the power will never be absolute on one individual person. And when this was done, it became a battle. And I told us as of that time that do not be afraid that we are fighting a just cause, and we are fighting for the soul of IPOB, for the soul of this very movement, for the soul of this very agitation from absolute power control, from individuals who doesn't care who you are, who doesn't care what goes on, who doesn't pay attention, but for their personal interest and gain is what they are after. So the People's General Mazi Chike Doziem leadership and all the members of the Directorate of States have to come together to change the game. They changed the game, and that is the reason why you see IPOB moving faster than ever before, because only institution has the power to do what we are seeing today. Only institution and only an institutionalized organization can scale through from this mental manipulation that our people are dying for today. Only an institutionalized organization can do that. I have read to all of us those who fought with their individual power, and all of them have failed the war woefully, because the absolute supreme power understand that you cannot win the war as an individual. Because when they were preaching to each and every one of us about how stupid and nonsense, or how stupid black man can reason, they were also using the indirect way, changing Biafrans, if they know. And the way it was rob Peter to pay Paul. That was the tactics. Rob Peter to pay Paul. That was exactly how they were playing with our intelligence. Not everything that they said. Most of the things they say were eye-opening. But at the same eye-opening, recoiling your mental oblongata to supremacy or supreme leadership style, which was never our system as Biafrans. And that is why today you can see many people. Today, their brain has been recoiled to a point that they don't have the vision for the nation they are fighting for. The only vision they have is that manipulated words given to them. They lost the vision for Biafra restoration. Many of them. And their brain were recoiled to supremacy. That is why you can see somebody will come and tell you today, I heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu and come out. Nothing. He has no he has no any point to lay to you. The only point he has is, I heard the voice of Mazen and come out. But I put it to each and every one of us tonight. All of us has Biafra at heart. Nnamdi Kanu, who is our ex-leader now, came like what was the name of that? I don't used to follow this biblical story again. Who spoke to the dry bone, and the dry bone woke up and began to do mighty. All of us were like a dry bone in the valley, groaning until the word come and activate our energy and our flesh grow back. But it is unfortunate that today, as our flesh has grown back and we stand as a soldier, the same voice that woke up the dry bone is now fighting to return you into that same dry bone. It is very, very unfortunate. A lot of people, those dry bones, for example, I don't know, is it Nehemiah, baby? Who is that person that spoke to the dry bone? You know they go church. Who is that person that spoke to the dry bone in the Bible? My woman know they go short. Me, myself, I know they go short. Elijah. So, that voice came. The dry bones know about Biafra. They know about their freedom. But along the line, the dry bones get tired and lay down. A voice came upon this dry bone, and they remember that there is some finished project they need to accomplish. That was how the voice of Nnamdi Kanu came. But how dangerous it is today is that the same voice that came and spoke to you, and you heard the voice as a dry bone and wake up like a dry bone soldier, is fighting back to return you into the same dry bone. Fighting back to return you into the same dry bone. That is why some people today, the word of Biafra restoration that they heard, not voice of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not even the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. He spoke something that you had in mind, something that you have been yearning for, and immediately you heard there is something that pull you, not the voice. So whenever you hear, I heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu, what does that voice say? You know, like here now where I'm living now, people are hearing my voice, but they don't understand what I'm saying, because here is Francophone country, and I don't live where people that speak English are. So you can hear my voice, but you may not understand what I'm saying. A deaf and dumb somebody can be doing hoo, 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 hoo. You can hear his voice or her voice, but you can never understand. So when you talk about I heard the voice of Mazen, there is something you heard, not his voice. There is a spoken word that woke you as a dry bone. That is what wake you. That is what you heard, not the voice. That is what you heard, not the voice. So that which wakes you up is what I thought I teach last time. What did I teach? What did we discuss last time? Ideology. that which you heard, not the voice, is the ideology that wakes you up to come and join. But it is quite unfortunate today that many people have loved that ideology, and they are chanting, I heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. Because when you heard the voice, you deviated from the core value, you deviated from the core message, but you follow the sound. You follow the sound. When I used to be a prayer warrior as of those days, there are those. When I used to be a prayer warrior during my school days, you will come in a program today. Maybe you will come in a fellowship program. Everywhere is quiet, no instrument, nothing. So they will raise a prayer point. You will hear just tiny voice. People's voice will be just very tiny. People will be murmuring. You will not. They will not have appetite for prayer. But immediately a keyboardist or somebody playing keyboard will handle the keyboard and begin to give solo during that prayer session. My brother or my comrades, then you will see that that person standing behind you is a prayer machine. Go to universities, you will see what I'm saying. Immediately the keyboard begin to do some solo or begin to give some sound that follows that prayer. Then you will see that everybody is a prayer warrior at that moment. You will see that everybody is a prayer warrior at that moment. So, but once the keyboard, maybe generator, during the fellowship, generator off, the way those noises were going on, you will see they would reduce drastically. What am I trying to bring out from here? Because I nearly become a pastor. That's why I have to use this example. What I'm trying to bring in this example of prayer is many came to listen to the sound, not the message. And those who came to listen to the sound today are the ones shouting, I heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. They do not understand the message. They don't understand that we are living in existential threat. That Nnamdi Kanu is just a single tool in a battlefield. Is just a single bullet. That if he shoots and his bullet finishes, another person take. He pull back, another person move forward. I did a lot of things. I also joined my own war. I do paramilitary training. They would show you how to, cover up in the battlefield. Maybe six person, for example, in a training ground. 6 person will face one particular place. As enemy, they will ask you to move forward, march forward. As you are, they will divide you 3. So once the first person move forward, lay down their position to shoot, they will just do like they shoot, and the picture will be like their bullet has finished. The second line will run forward, and the 3 person that wasted their bullet will pull back. Then you cover up. That is a movement. That is a race. That is freedom movement for you. That is freedom movement for you. Don't worry, I'm coming to unseen. We are talking about unseen hand tonight. That is a freedom movement for you. When you take cover for another person to get prepared. So that whenever your own armory or your own weapon, you exhaust your life bullet, the person you have covered has recovered, recuperated, he will move forward for you, and you pull back and begin to prepare. People listening to Nnamdi Kanu and said they heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu, but the message is what they do not understand. What they understand is the sound. I have used about 3 examples: prayer session and military training. They only listen to the sound, how the man sounds, how the man speaks, how the man can eloquently speak English. But they lost the core value. They lost the ideology in their brain. They lost the vision that what we are fighting is to restore a nation. That a person can start the movement, but he cannot survive to get there. A soldier can live to war, but he might not be able to survive to live till the end of that war. But what keeps that battle forward is that they continue to look at the institution. An individual cannot make institution. You know, institution in Igbo language is what we normally use in Igbo adage and say a tree cannot make a forest. Our forefathers understand institution. That is why Mweburubuo Hekuru say the osisi okosisi ofosisi adre mafia, meaning Igwebike. That is the meaning, Igwebike. You are one of the 2, I am one of the 2. You have your area of concentration. I myself have my area of concentration. But what are we pursuing? One purpose, one goal, one ideology, one common interest. Harbored in a collective ideology. So, tonight, I have informed us the institution is your lifesaver for this movement. Institutionalizing IPOB is your lifesaver. Because Igbo kurusi no ofosisi ade mafia. And in institution circle, ofosisi ade mafia. Mmadu zara afaza onye ji ndu aka. Who holds life? So, our people, most of our people listening to the voice, they did not listen to the core message. That is why you are hearing today. I heard the voice of Nnamdi Kanu and come out. So now that you don't hear the voice of Nnamdi Kanu, you are gone out already, because the testimony is in every zones. You can testify in every zones that many of them who heard the voice and come out, the voice has gone silent. All of them have gone in. But those who listen and understand the message are the ones championing this movement, are the ones making sure that this project never fail, and it can never fail. So we must continue. I thank each and every one of us. I see everybody. Igbo Biafran son, I thank you. Ebuka and Kiruka. Honestly, we are doing what we know how to do best. We are doing what we know how to do best, and we owe nobody apology to that. So, on seeing hand today, when we were in the deepest battle, Like I said, I put it in my Facebook timeline. I said, Aloy Ejimako, you see, you know, somehow I'll continue to say that Chukwu Okike Abiama used him to delay the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu Okike Abiama used Aloy Ejimako. But maybe, I will say yes, maybe he does not know. He was doing it out of, they know what they are doing, but in the right sense of it, he doesn't know. Aja Anibo was doing marvelously, trying to use him to rescue Biafra. Our erudite barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, he fights very, very hard. Not that he has the good heart. He fights to save Nnamdi Kanu from the mess he put himself. But you know, somehow, there are sometimes you'll be fighting. You don't know that Chukwu Okike Abiama say, my son, I know you are putting effort, but hold on. This effort, I know all more than you. So, Aloy Ejimako came as a legal counsel of Nnamdi family, and they began to use some idiom. Should I call it idiom expression or metaphoric expression? I don't know the one again. Those that study literature, you know very well. He was using all manner of statements, but along the line, I don't think we never pay attention. You know, there are things that will be happening. Everybody's attention was to save Nnamdi to come out freely. But when Aloy Ejimako took over the case, or even before he took over, as a family council, they have discussed with him, tell him, I will say they tell him the truth. But, you know, he was trying to communicate, but he's also a dubious man too. I remember 2021, he used one, I don't know if should I use metaphoric expression to qualify the word or idiom to qualify the word. He made a statement and said, Nnamdi Kanu is technically in Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu is technically in Kenya. Now, taking to the apology letter one of our top media platform wrote to Aloy Ejimako, which I will read here also, by Family Writer International Press. That apology letter is very, very important that you, as IPOB, read that apology letter. It's very important. So, 2021, Aloy Ejimako stated that Nnamdi Kanu is technically in Kenya. Many of us do not understand. It is time for reflection and sober. That is why I put it on this, on my, as a headline. The moment of reflection and sobering. What does he mean by somebody being technically in Kenya, technically somewhere? I took out my time to search from Google, what does it really mean that somebody is technically somewhere? And I will read for us this night so that we understand some certain things. as we go back, please follow me quietly, my comrades. I said what it means, okay, he said, what it means that somebody is technically somewhere means when somebody say a person is technically somewhere, it means they are there according to an exact rule, law, or strict facts, but not in the way people usually expect or experience in the real life. I'm coming, just follow quietly. He gives some example about somebody being technically somewhere. And he moved further to say, common meaning by a strict rule or boundary. They might be standing just an inch inside a specific zone. Somebody being technically somewhere is what I'm trying to bring to us, because we are discussing about unseen hand that IPOB institution uncovered and exposed. And we also play a lot of Ejimako voice note because he has to speak. He's the special guest tonight. So why the picture of Maze, the People's General Maze Sheikh Adibi Edoziem, is here is because he is the leader of the Directorate of States, DOS, who technically also discovered that unseen hand. That is why he is People's General. So let's go. It means, it says common meaning by a strict rule, or okay, they might be standing just an inch inside a specific zone, room, or particular property line. I will read again. Sorry. Even though they look like they are somewhere else, even though they look like they are somewhere else, somebody being technically somewhere, even though when they look like they are somewhere else, when you think that Nigeria government brought Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, and you are thinking that he's in Nigeria, he has been living in Kenya. Let me read it again. It says, they might be standing just an inch inside a specific zone, a zone which is Nigeria, number one, room or property line, even though they look like they are somewhere else. Somebody being technically somewhere. I will continue to read. He said, by proper or statute, their official record, contract, or visa said they belong in a certain place or job. By proper statute of somebody being technically somewhere, their official record, contract, or visa says they belong in a certain place or job. I'm coming. Even if they are physically sitting somewhere else by a loophole, even though they are physically sitting somewhere by a, there is a place I want to bring. An agreement or law counts them as being in a location based on technicality, but particularly they are not. Everyday example at work. Everyday example at work. Sorry. Technically, I am at work, meaning you are locked in on your computer at home, but you are not physically inside the office building. On a property, now this is where I want us to listen very carefully. Somebody technically in Kenya, technically, property, technically, you are on my neighbor's land, means your foot is crossing an invisible legal property. Invisible, this is where I want you to pay attention. On property, somebody technically in Kenya, Lawyer Ejimako was passing a message, but I could say that as of then, you and I, because of the bogus problem Nigeria government and unseen hand were creating just to make sure they tag IPOB and global terrorists, many people attention was not close to most of all these statements because it was a planned deal. Continue to bombard them with problems so that they will not get breathing space to think. They will not get breathing space to, reason beyond some statements. Now, property. I'm saying on a property issue. Nnamdi Kanu bought property in Kenya and I be living in Kenya. And the lawyer Ejimako said he is technically in Kenya. Now let's look at the property line of it. Somebody technically somewhere, he said, technically you are on my neighbor's land. African continent, Kenya and Nigeria. Africa, they are all Africa. Our neighbor in East Africa. Means your foot is crossing an invisible terrain. Your foot is crossing an invisible legal invisible legal property line by 1 inch. Your foot is crossing an invisible legal property line by 1 inch. They bought the house legally, but the house was it visible to Biafran? I like this place as I read it. They bought the house and property they had in Kenya, which is what? Which is legal property line, but invisible to people. So when you are shouting, Lawyer Ejimako is telling you that they are technically in Kenya, living. They bought house with legal document, but those houses and property were invisible to your money you are contributing to IPOB for freedom. When this message was passed, Nnamdi was technically in Kenya. We don't understand. Sometimes I go into reflection. I begin to think so many things on my head. That is why tonight it is a night of reflection and sober. For the fact that the institution, IPOB, has been institutionalized. That is why the unseen hand is now seen today. So, hold on. My phone is off. I have to power it, please. So, he is technically in Kenya. Means your foot is crossing an invisible legal property. There are invisible legal property. Why is it invisible? Because it was your finance, it was your fund you contributed for Biafra freedom. The house was legally purchased, but invisible to you as Biafrans. Let me look at it again. Even though you are standing on the sheer grass, Even though you are standing, there are many Biafrans in Kenya, but they don't know. They are standing on the same land of Kenya, but the property lines legally bought with IPOB money were invisible to Biafrans. IPOB institution has uncovered the unseen hand. That is why we get into another battle, which we have won. So, travel technicality. He is in a country means his plane landed and he is stuck inside the airport terminal custom zone, but he has not officially passed through the exit door yet. If you have a specific situation or sentence in mind, tell me, okay, these are the remaining one. So when they said is technically, maybe this last line that I explained to I read now, travel, may be the place Allah Ejimako will anchor technicality, but the fact remains that he is technically in Kenya, meaning he has been living in Kenya with an invisible property. He did not travel to Kenya for a day. So these are the unseen hand. Now let's continue because I don't want to. These are the things Allah Ejimako. I don't know how Chukwu Okike Abiama put the words in his mouth and he was, dishing it out without understanding. Even we myself do not understand until this very time. IPOB institution reviewed the unseen hand, and today unseen hand has come out completely open to make sure that he is seen, and we are seeing him now, and we will continue to do what we know how to do best. I want to read another statement from our lawyer Ejimako. Hold on, yes, I've seen it. Because when all these things were going, we don't know that the unseen hand, which is operating behind the bar to destroy IPOB, where, I don't know how Allah Ejimako was communicating all these things, whether he knows or he doesn't know. But all I know is that Chukwu Okike Abiama put all these words in his mouth, and today, as the movement things continue to unfold, we now begin to understand those statements and analyze them properly. On his ex Twitter, I've forgotten the date, or Arise Television, I don't know, I think that should be 2022 or 2023. He had interview about 2023 or 2024. Allah Ejimako had interview. I will have played the video, but it has lost from my phone. And he says, I'm telling you the unseen hand. Then when I finish all this one, I will not tell you who the unseen hand is. So, that very interview on Arise, Canon called for end to sit at home. This was interview Allah Ejimako was granted on Arise Television. And after that, he posted on the S handle called Twitter as of then. He said, those attacking me, he has seen something. When the dragon took over and said they are not the lead council, Allah Ejimako saw something. But when if you get me for onu anyago, as in based on your own dubious intention, you cannot expose it. Even when you look at people suffering, people fighting for what they know nothing about, dying for what they know nothing about, sometimes you will have sympathy for them. You will try to communicate with indirect ways. But a movement of this very magnitude does not need indirect ways because it takes life. So if you are genuine to protect the people, you must give them the right information that will grant safety to their lives and property. If you do not do that, your message might not be communicated to them at that point. Maybe in the future, when that time has passed, they will begin to understand it. Like as I'm explaining it now. Those days we attacked the message. I attacked the message because we want to save unseen hand. We don't know that that person you are fighting to save was the unseen hand, championing that operation, coordinating, encouraging that operation that you were trying to save him from. You don't know it was agenda. So Allah Ejimako saw something, but because the way he took over the matter or the dubious intention he had, he cannot speak. He was speaking in idiom expression or metaphoric expression. I don't know the word to qualify. He was speaking, but he was a cunning man and also a dubious man with a bad intention. Now he says, those attacking me for this video, which is the interview he had with Arise Television, hear this. He warned you and said, hear this. That statement, hear this. You have to keep it in your mind so that tomorrow you can make reference to it. That is what it means. Hear this now. For now or tomorrow reference, you may remember it. So you now say, hear this. The person you despise as autopilot are those MAK called disciples. In the order, and he does not hate them. He called them disciples in the what? Order. He ordered that these are my disciples, leave him. Biafrans, I don't know if you are getting this, because most of this message were coming, but as the battle were raging as of that time, many of us do not keep attention to. And the way Allah Ejimako put the message, he said, those attacking me for this video, for this interview, hear this. Hear this has meaning. Every statement, every word have meaning. Hear this meaning, keep this to the bank for tomorrow reference. Hear this means, make sure that you save this for tomorrow. Hear this means, let it enter your score for tomorrow reference. I don't know another thing I will use to qualify, but I know that it has entered your ear. He said, hear this. The person you despise as autopilot. Who is that autopilot? Who is the gang road leader of autopilot? Simon Ekpa. You must be intelligent and you must understand now, because he said, hear this, and we hear it and save it. Right now, we now understand the reason he said, hear this. That he enter your score. He said the person you despise as autopilot are those MAK, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is the abbreviation of his name, MAK, called disciples. In the order given. I'm coming to that in the order. and he does not hate them. Many of you will never, the memory and the experience we had 2021, in fact 2022, 2023, it was highly brutal. He said in the order, he ordered that these are my disciples. Those you call autopilot are my disciples. And he never hates them in as order. Allah is my communicator, but we never communicate as of then. But now that hear this, we have now understand it. So I'm coming. He does not hate them. He put at Simon Epa. At Simon, you must hear this, that they can never hate Simon Epa. And he ordered that these are my disciples. So we will continue to bring it to you. As let me say, and he does not hate them. And at Simon Epa, as you do to him, you hate Simon Epa as a killer. He kills our people. He all alive our people. He do all manner of things against our people. But the man you are fighting for, Simon Epa crime never to be rolled on his head, ordered that this person is my disciple and I do not hate them as you do. That is why he had Allah called further and said, that is why he had ordered me to keep a cordial relationship with Simon Epa for a day like this. My brother tonight, Allah communicated, but the fact remains he was a dubious man. He knows that lives are going out. He knows that these things are taking lives, but he never want to be plain to save our people. But what I like he put on that statement is, hear this. And as we hear that, then we kept it in our memory. And today, as event is unfolding, that which we heard and kept in our memory today is what we are analyzing to inform you that unseen hand, that unseen hand has been uncovered and discovered by the institution of IPOB led by Mazi Doziem, the People's General. And that is the starting point of our battle. There are things you don't know that you have to know tonight. He said that is why he ordered. You know, it is always an order. That is why he ordered me to keep a cordial relationship with Simon Epa. He mentioned with Simon Epa for a day like this. Great comrades, for a day like this. I don't know, sorry my comrade. He ordered me to keep a cordial relationship for a day like this. Stop attacking Allah Yejimako. That is what he said. Those attacking me for this video. He went to national television. It was on national television to inform you and inform the world that I must be a truth. Should I call it I must be a truthful lawyer, but in a corny way, so that they will not take my contract, because I never win any case in my life. So this one, I know that I will not win it, but I have to use it to build my house. He said, hear this, Biafrans, and keep it safe, as he ordered me to keep a cordial relationship with him, Simon Epa. those you called autopilot, I love them. That is order of Nnamdi Kanu. When Biafrans were dying in number, unseen hands were busy operating for our people to continue to die, because the agenda failed. What was the agenda? The agenda was using to proscribe IPOB as an international organization, and we will take presidential pardon and come out. Nobody will ask me for any question. I said it on my last program. You don't know what Ajani Igbo do for us, for giving us people like Mazi Chikedozie, Mazi Chinasanworu for this struggle, and many members of the Directorate of State. Mazi Ofoma. Ofoma information. You don't know that Chukwu Okike Abịama organized this men. They started from zone as a member before they get there. You don't know that Ajani Igbo see the heart of these men and how determined they are. And he said, I will not disappoint these men. Unseen hands were busy injecting, rolling out different templates to destroy IPOB, to make IPOB a global terrorist movement, so that tomorrow they will smartly find their way out and you will never mention IPOB again. Talk more of account. That is why they gave order. Hear this. The person you despised is whom I called disciple. In order, it was ordered. And that does not hate them as you do. Simon Ekperima was busy rolling, trying to do everything to heap upon IPOB to become a world terrorist organization. But the person who led you, the ex-leader, were busy ordering people, unseen hand, ordering people not to hate him, to take him as a disciple. That he is my disciple. Autopilot were mentioned in that very write-up. Autopilot led by Gentle the Yahoo. One of their men is done today. Abi yesterday. The one they called Disaster. I think many of you might have seen the picture. Burning houses, unaliving our people. But the order was given that these are my disciples. I do not hate them as you hate them. And you must keep cordial relationship with him. What was the cordial relationship of Simon Ekpa and the Aloy Ejimako? The cordial relationship was information flow. Flow from the leader to the son, from the son to the leader. And you were busy fighting, crying. I'm also, so let me use this opportunity to appreciate it, despite that many of them has fallen away. Their effort also must be recognized, because they also fight the unseen hand when their brain were intact. And I must mention Mazi Kenguruago. He was the first person to raise alarm over Simon Ekpa. Ikenguruagu was the first media warrior to raise a concern over Simon Ekpa approach towards IPOB. And I must appreciate his effort, despite that they have fallen apart. I must appreciate somebody also like Methuselah Ajango. I was one of his closest followers. He fought. He also fought the unseen hand. When his brain was intact, he fought. But today, he has failed himself. I must also appreciate Paul Achebe. Paul Achebe entered autopilot and came out. His also expose on Simon Ekpa redirected our people because he came as insider and began exposition. Even Ejiro, despite all of them today, are out of IPOB because they never understand what freedom is all about. Ejiro was inside, but when they came out, their message also helped to reshape the movement, because we took their message as insiders who have seen something and come out and begin to do the exposition. We will not forget their effort also, because they enter. Even the son, even the disciple could not tell them that, look at, my father is also the masterminder of my activities. So when they came out, they begin to fight the unseen hand, but it is quite unfortunate that all of them has gone back to the unseen hand today to fight against the leadership they protected. Chineke mere mmadụ ebere tonight. So I will appreciate their effort. Even the one they call Ashalugo, despite that one is not that one, but even though her own activities as of then, though he did according to the capacity of his brain. But you see Ejiro, you see Paul Achebe, these two individuals that joined autopilot and came out and begin to expose what they saw, did also a great job and reshaped the movement. It pulled those who were ready to join the autopilot before these people came out. Because of some of their messages, those of them retraced their step. Because our people, as trouble continue to come in this struggle, that trouble will continue to get us mature, to mature us, to give us maturity. Like when Allah Yejimako posted all these things now, I cannot be able to analyze it as of then, like as I'm doing it tonight, because the struggle has matured my brain. We have reflected and sober over a statement and begin to look every statement as of then with inner understanding. So I appreciate all these men, all these comrades. Despite today, many of us, we are enemy, but we are not enemy. We are just enemy in the struggle. I never meet any of them in real life. They fought. Iken Guruagu fought. His effort can never be forgotten in this struggle. Despite he fought, Iken Guruagu fought honestly, to an extent that if it was possible as of then, autopilot members would have buy Iken Guruagu in South Africa. But for the fact he was fighting genuinely, it was this unseen hand that Iken Guruagu saw. Let me tell you tonight, Biafrans. It was this unseen hand that Iken Guruagu identified and shout Ebeu, what am I seeing? And one of his statements that made him to pull out of the struggle was, When he saw this unseen hand and his activities, he said on his live program, last program he made before he tendered resignation, he said, Nnamdi Kanu, that was 2024. If you come to court today and refuse to disassociate yourself as you always speak whenever you appear to court from Simon Ekpa, I will never be part of IPOB. That was the statement of Iken Guruago. And he sent even to the lawyers. But unseen hand knows the activities. He knows what he wants to achieve. And immediately that day passed, Iken Guruago said, I cannot be part of this struggle again. That unseen hand. Alo Yejimako. I want to talk about Alo Yejimako very well tonight. Because Alo Yejimako on a long run, I think that was 2025 also, made this statement. It was from Alo Yejimako unseen hand came about. Before I talk about that, like I appreciate all those fallen angels for their effort made previous. I must appreciate you, comrades, who saw this, who know the message, who understand the core value, who understand what we are pursuing from day one till today. You are still standing shoulder to shoulder with IPOB leadership. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten. You never shift ground. You have been there. All this war, all this battle came and gone. You are one of those men that will restore Biafra. When I say men, you know, Bible God say when they say men, it is comprises women. So you are women in men's, you are men in women's clothing. You did very wonderfully excellent well as a comrade. And Chukwu Okike and Ajana, the comrade that has given their life to this struggle, we continue to protect you. We continue to fight for you. As you have spent your resources, spent your time, spent every energy. Some of you lost your family for Biafra restoration. Some comrades today, their wife have left them with the children. Some comrades today have no job, have no business again. Some comrades today have no brother, have no sister. Some comrades today cannot move freely. All these are sacrifices for fighting to defend this struggle. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to defend you, preserve you, and enrich you, because you need rich, you need wealth. You cannot fight for this struggle and come back empty-handed. I know people will laugh at you. The gods of our land will never allow you to come back empty-handed. Whatever you are doing, the gods of our land will enrich you through it. Because you are fighting a just cause. You are fighting a just cause. So therefore, 2025, Alo Yejimako also communicated and said, I think that should be 2025. I've forgotten where I kept that one, but he said there are unseen hands. Yes, 2025. Unseen hands who are working. I think that was when Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor released those of our brother from Ebonyi State Prison, and Alo Yejimako wanted to claim glory. And he said there are unseen hand from Canada who has helped for the release of these people. I think I could remember vividly when he mentioned. So therefore, that unseen hand is what the leadership have uncovered, discovered, exposed. Biafran, tonight I want to let you know that for the exposition of that unseen hand is the reason why the unseen hand was working very hard to see that he expelled or he dissolved the leadership of IPOB. But for the leadership being a very smart leader and intelligent leadership, led by Sheikh Adibi Edozen, the people's general, they know that this battle, our people emotion cannot win this battle. The movement fast forward the tracking, or should I say, step up to institutionalize this movement. So that we no longer be Sheikh Edozim or Shina Sanworu or Mazi Jidofo or your coordinator or national coordinator or you yourself. It is people's movement. And that was achieved by people's general, Mazi Sheikh Adibi Edozim. Unseen hand that has been exposed by the leadership of IPOB were busy rolling out templates that can destroy this movement through his disciple, Simon Ekpa. This unseen hand we are talking about today, who ordered the lawyer Ejimako to keep cordial relationship with Simon Ekpa. This unseen hand, when you were fighting to save the image of this movement globally, unseen hand could not be able to send message to the leadership he said that he instituted. He sent Maxwell Okpara to go and visit his son, his disciple, in Finland. My dear, I think many of us will have that video, but I wish I have that video. Unseen hand sent Maxwell Okpara, which Maxwell Okpara traveled from. He said it on video that unseen hand, the masterminder, who was the hand that were covered, people cannot see, sent him to go and meet Maxwell Okpara. Maxwell Okpara sent Maxwell Okpara to go and meet Simon Ekpa, and Maxwell Okpara went to meet Simon Ekpa. He said he came to France and was calling Simon Ekpa on phone to deliver the message the father sent to the son. But by then, the son said, I don't want to listen to the father, because as of then, the son have felt that he has grown beyond the father, and the father can never do anything. So he took over from the father. And when Maxwell Okpara went to meet the son, who is the disciple that they ordered to keep cordial relationship with, Maxwell Okpara stated that he was in France calling Simon Ekpa. He spoke to him and said that he doesn't want to see him. All these things we are saying tonight is not an allegation on anybody. The records are there. Unseen hand being Mazen Nnamdi Kanu know that he can reach out to Simon Ekpa. He knows. Instead of channeling message to the leadership he claimed that he has instituted, if he has no intention of destroying this movement, this message will go to the leadership. They know how to get to Simon Ekpa, even through the coordinator in Finland. But they were doing the business of son and father, my disciple and my father in the Lord, which they gave order. The person you despise as autopilot are those MNK called disciple in order he gave. He does not hate them, and at Simon Ekpa does not hate him, as you, IPOB, does. The unseen hand was busy rolling out templates, making sure that the son, the disciple, continued the progress, the project. Because when they told you that anywhere I fall, burn the zoo down, you don't know they have prepared. That they are going to fall and commit you to become a global terrorist movement. They know. They hand themselves over and use their machineries they have put in place to ensure that this movement you came genuinely, that they hand it over, they turn it into a global terrorist, so that technical living in Kenya, the property, invisible property they legally purchase, that's your money, that's your finance. Once you are being tagged as a global terrorist movement, who are you to come and question for accountability? Who? They will be the one to report yourself to the Global Terrorism Index, and they will arrest you with ICC and throw you into where you can never come out again. It was a game plan. And they told you, that person you despise as autopilot are my disciple. In order, that he said, I ordered you to take him as my disciple, and he's my disciple. I don't hate them like you do. I know what they are doing. They are doing exactly according to our plan. Unseen hand were discovered, and that was the issue that erupted internally for destruction of IPOB leadership led by Mazi Sheikh Adibi Edoziem. Because the IPOB institution led by Mazi Sheikh Edoziem went and deep hand inside the soup, come out the monkey hand. And when they removed the monkey hand, the monkey unseen hand now became a hand of one man. Shineke mere mmadụ ebere tonight. Please, comrade, if I want somebody watching to tag my telephone number here. If you are following and you have my telephone number, please write it here so that I can pin it. Anybody that wishes to call can call and make a contribution. So, the leadership of IPOB went, when the trouble became so much, they went into investigation. We want to see the unseen hand. And they cut the unseen hand. When Mazi Sheikh Nasamoru, Mazi Sheikh Adibi Edoziem, the People's General, and members of the Directorate of State saw the hand, they were thinking it was a monkey hand. They were thinking it was a monkey hand. And when they come out the hand, it was a human hand. Did you know the monkey hand? The monkey hand was a hand of man. Immediately Simon Ekpa was caught and arrested 2024. We now saw that the monkey hand was human hand. Somebody you were fighting to protect. Many people don't know what is going on. But these are the things that we saw. We have confidence. We know what we are talking about. Simon Ekpa arrest exposed the hand of that monkey from the soup. Because this is the only tool they are using to operate. Immediately that hand were caught. And you remove it. You see that Simon Ekpa is just a puppet being robbed by the unseen hand. And when we investigate and find out that the unseen hand were that the same person you were fighting to protect. And they begin to fight. 2025, it became a very serious war. The unseen hand ordered that when the unseen hand begin the fight, because Simon Ekpa is no longer there to take assignment, you heard a statement from one man called Benjamin Madbugu said, if you do not share press release, you are the enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That post was there. I don't know, maybe if they have deleted it. You don't know many things. They lay hand on our press release. You don't know how press release, IPOB press release died. You don't know. You know when it started. But that time, immediately, when they confirmed that Simon Ekpa has been the institutional leadership of IPOB, led by Chike Dozemu, have discovered the unseen hand. What did they do? First step was to attack our channel of communication to the people. They moved straight to the channel of the communication to the people and the global world. They hijack it. They will write and say they are more powerful. Biafrans, there are things you don't know. They hijacked the immediately. Simon Ekpa was arrested 2020. Was it 2025 or 2024? Yeah, 2024. I remember vividly 2025. I was in Nigeria then. I think that should be October. Before their October 28th event. 2020, immediately the fight, the unseen hand, they now rose up. Come out fully. The leadership will not tell you this. They will not come and begin to expose it on social media. They move straight to your channel of media communication, which is our press release. You will, as I said it now, you will just calculate the time, you will understand. They move straight to that to boycott you from hearing from the leadership. I don't know the pressure or the threat they mount on a more powerful. And they hijack it and said they are the one to see everything about it. One man, Benjamin Madbugu, rose up and said, if you do not share press release, you are enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For the very first time since 2021 till 2024, Benjamin came. Press release that we even do AI on. Once you see every platform press release of IPOB, immediately then lay the hand to boycott you from communication. They send a message. If you do not share press release, you're enemy of Nnamdi Kanu. We understand, we kept quiet. We were following up, comrades. We were following up. They begin to write rubbish. We thank Arewa, we thank Fulani, we thank Oduduwa, we thank, what is it called? Fulani people, we thank Sokoto Caliphate, we thank Igbo politicians. Didn't you see that press release? These were on sea hand trying to destroy the credibility of this movement. The activities of the unseen hand. Biafran Sede Krifa. The leadership are now fight to see how they will avert this disgrace. But it is intentional that Simon Ekpa failed on his mission. The unseen hand took over the mission. As they continue to look for who will continue that agenda for them. They hijacked the press release. Today, the press release has died off in their hand and can never resurrect again. Press release, IPOB press release under written by Ipob. It has died a natural death. Nobody can remember. They are begging people now, paying people to share their press release on seeing hand activities. The leadership of IPOB 2025 wanted to pull out this unseen hand. But because of the case of unseen hand was still ongoing, it will be a disastrous. Maybe if that time, this thing that is happening now happened that time, his sentence will never be a life imprisonment. It will be a death sentence. But the leadership kept quiet. People were crying. People were complaining. God bless Biafran with this leadership. They never look at emotion. People's general. Mazi Chike Dozem. They kept quiet. They endure. They endure. When they took over the press release, they try and said, made them, they want to start their own press release. Unseen hand shifted from this movement and they created the Biafra radio where they will come and be broadcasting. It has died a natural death. Nobody goes there. They broadcast one viewer. Somebody that we Biafran so pishagidere pishapote ya mmadụ bugo yenu. Nnamdi Kanu before the agitation of Biafra. Go and check his picture. Isi edi ka ụtara agboro agbo. Go and check Nnamdi Kanu picture 2015 when he 2015 when he came to Enugu. I was in Enugu. Go and check his previous picture before Biafra agitation. Go and check Emmanuel Kanu. Go and check Kanu pictures before the agitation. You see how the chako tarabo. Biafrans raise these people. Pichasha these people. Bugoteze Fanenu. IPOB now turn to their family business. So, when they saw that the press release, they have casted it, they tried to avert it to they first of all want to pull away a Ipob straight. But when they tried, they put Jude Njoku. The name did not sell. It didn't sell. They now have to connive the man called Ipob. Say you must be right. We will use your name. Don't write, we will write, but we will use your name. That is how they begin to write. until IPOB leadership said, enough. The strike, that one Apollos, that one Asha, today press release is dead. Dead forever. From a more powerful name. Unseen hand. My comrade Unseen hand did not come to restore Biafra. This program is taking long, but I believe that all of us are following up. Because I still see people here. So, the leadership fought gallantly to ensure that the image of IPOB is protected. When the unseen hand saw that they begin to fight. They channel their fight on propaganda. They channel their fight on many things just to destroy IPOB. But what you must understand, the unseen hand in Nnamdi Kanu, who was rolling template of how to destroy IPOB through his disciple Simon Ekpa, was deliberately doing that to make sure that IPOB is tagged international terrorist organization, so that when that is done, you can never ask him for any accountability. He will come out by presidential pardon. That is the target and direction. But Stefan Ejiofor was busy and Michael Zokome to rescue this man. After they visit him and left, Nigeria government will come in the night and visit and said, remember the agreement. If these people succeed and bring you out here, we will expose you. That was the reason why they never think twice to sack Michael Zokome. They never think twice to sack Mike Ozokome, because they have to maintain the agreement. We know where you have properties. There are many properties even Nigeria government know that many of you don't know. If you mess up, young man, we will expose you. You say you will hand us over this your movement. You said in our agreement that this we should maintain decorum with you so that you will quietly destroy the movement. Why do you now allow the barrister and the son to come and destroy, to come and get you freedom? Do you want to play us? The government asks a question. Did you think you can play the government? They say, what should we do? Young man, you know what to do. That was the question. Sack them. Remove them, because they have defeated us in the court of appeal. If they go back to Supreme Court, they will defeat us, and there is no way we can be able to get you arrested again. They now say, is that so? You will be here. We will destroy the movement. And you will be giving us template as the leader of the movement, so that we'll use it. Once we get them to international terrorist organization, you will be out. But today the game has turned, the table have turned around, and they are fighting like a wounded lion. IPOB institution led by the People's General Mazi Chike Doziem has survived this movement and secure your life and property. That is why you can move. Chike Doziem was enlisted as a terrorist member. he won Nigeria. The only man in this movement that his name entered into the list of terrorists. Among those terrorists, the list is the only one who challenged it in the court and come out victoriously. The records are there. The records are there. Unseen hand does not want you leave, because if they tag you as a global terrorist movement, the money you have contributed, they will come out with a presidential pardon or asylum. Is there asylum? They will come out and go their way and enjoy their life. Biggest scam that the leadership quietly, exposed, and immediately they saw they are losing the war, or they have lost the war already, they came out with a dissolution of the leadership and instituted charlatans. But today, he's even angry with the Sokoto DOS because that one is not even giving him the vibe that he expected. By the vibe of Simon Ekpa. And people have matured in this very movement today. That is why it can never be like during the Simon Ekpa period. I saw the Ajango from Austria. They make a flyer saying that I want to talk about that one before I call it a night. Let me also put, I don't know, somebody should write my number now so that anybody that wishes to call, I said that I will open line for call tonight. Write my number on the screen so that I can pin it. I can't do it from here. So that if you wishes to make call, you can call in and contribute to what we are saying. Please, if you are watching me, my number is on my page. But if you can't see it, let me call the numbers. Plus 221 70 6532 768. I'm trying to use the other phone to put it, but the network is not on that one. So, plus 221, that is the WhatsApp number, plus 221, okay, plus 221 70 65 32 768. Please write it so that anybody that wishes to call can call. Plus 221 70 65 32 768. That is the WhatsApp number. If you have a contribution or something to say, please do that. You are free to do that. So, like as I was saying before, the leadership of IPOB have done what we thank them. Maybe many of us who do not understand what they have done now, you will appreciate them in the nearest future. Because what they have done is to immortalize this movement physically and spiritually. They have immortalized the movement physically and spiritually. Yeah, that is it. Exactly. That is the number. So therefore, if any one of us, anybody have, I'll pin it already. If you have an opinion or contribution to make, hold on. If you have an opinion or contribution to make, please do that by calling in so that Biafrans will also listen to your own contribution, because it is very, very necessary that we must continue to expose the unseen hand, as the unseen hand has been exposed and exposed completely. There is something that I wanted to say before. There is this flyer that is going viral. I don't want to bring it on this platform because they are not worthy to be advertised to. This flyer is the flyer of these sacked people from IPOB, and there's something I want to say about it from the headline of their flyer shared. They said, a leadership you can reach is a leadership you can trust. I saw that and I laughed. I laughed the Ajango in Austria. I want to even explain something to us here on that aspect. They said they have formed a new leadership, and that new leadership, according to their program they want to do, they say a leadership you can reach is a leadership you can trust. And when I read that capture, this time around we must continue to analyze things accordingly. When I read that capture, I say, is these people senseless? Is these people senseless? A leadership you can reach is a leadership you can trust. Meaning that the leadership led by Mazi Kedozem is not a leadership you can reach. And the question arose. That question is, how was IPOB structured? Because why I'm making this statement tonight is to inform those who does not know the structural scheme or standard of IPOB movement. IPOB is one of the organizations that has the best structure all over the world, before and currently. And I pick up from that leadership you can reach is leadership you can trust. I saw the flyer, I was laughing. The mentality of our people has been on building individual empire. They don't know what leadership is all about. They don't know what separation of power is all about. They don't know what delegation is all about. That is why somebody that called himself a wise fellow, Methuselah, who claimed that he can think for everybody. I saw him as maybe the guest, or maybe, sometimes he used to play like a child. He can make that flyer for no reason. But I want to explain that flyer to them, especially the capture. A leadership you can reach is a leadership you can trust. How was IPOB structured? When they make all these statements, they don't know that there are people who know organizational standards. They don't know there is something called standardization in organization. They don't know. As a management student as of those days, we know the standard of managerial process. In that management, we have what we call levels manager. Anybody that studied management, I'm a marketing student. We know all these things. There are things called levels manager, and that is organization standard. In every organization, there are levels manager. If it's a production company today, there are overall manager, there are departmental management, which are their leaders. Information flow from top to bottom, from bottom to top. These people are not educated. They don't know. Most of the time when we see all these things, the way we look at it and understand it, even where that stupid boy called Methuselah is working today, I don't think that the board of trustees is part of the board of trustees. I don't think that in that company that is working, according to me, say he work in a sewage company, people that build sewage. The stakeholders of that company, I don't think is part of them. And inside that stakeholder, they have director, which these stakeholders are recognized as leaders. I work in a company here in Senegal, Witek. Witek is a Chinese company. They build and sell. Let me see, because this is my ID card, my Witek ID card, the company I work. I want to explain something to them because they are not educated. Like the company where I work today, they are foreign investors in Senegal. They are foreign investors in Senegal. They have their director, their overall manager who sees the department of the project here, because this region now, they have, the Dakar region, they have their own. Let me show you the building is in my phone self. I want to use it to do analysis. Or it's not bragging because it's my working place, so I can't brag with my. But I want to use this thing to interpret something to many people, especially those who do not understand. Why I'm trying to do it is the capture. Because when you look at the capture, you see brainless people speaking. Oh. Why this thing is not coming out? Sorry. I want to bring if the picture is not coming, I will leave it. I want to show you the company. I have posted it once on my phone here. So, the place I work, they have overall manager, which is not director, because before some of our people were thinking that the man is a director until the stakeholders of the company came from China to come and see their project here in this very Senegal. They visited many regions where they have projects. So, there is something called levels manager. And this levels manager, like we now who are working, we have our different chef. You know, Chinese call their boss chef. We have our chef. I will have a chef I work with. That chef will represent the board of they represent the leader. He stands as leader. Anything that I want to communicate to the company now, I have to explain to the chef first. The chef will now look at it. If it's something too serious, he report to the next. Maybe like me now, I'm into interior work, like we do mastic screeding and we paint. So if it's something serious, that my boss now will now report to the leader of that interior, the interior manager. Because in the company, they have interior manager, they have a building manager. As in, they have different, it's a very big company. So that my chef now, who is supervising us, who we see as our leader now, maybe 10 of us in a group is seeing us, is supervising our work. We report to the interior management. The interior management will report to their overall, because they used to have overall chef. That overall chef will now report to the director of that very project. That director will now have to send message to the stakeholders. So by the time you flow from level manager to so on and so forth, you have communicated to the leadership. But why they are senseless and they are lunatics, why they are stating all those things, is because they don't understand managerial process. Even in government, you cannot just reach out to the leader, president today. That is why they have ministers. If it's a Nigeria sector, that's why they have governors. That's why they have local government chairman, they have PG, they have House of Representatives. So these are the levels leaders or levels management. I want to use my professional term, levels manager. So when I saw that capture, I said, how will public be looking at these people? As intelligent people or unintelligent people? A leader you can reach is a leader you can trust. It is a stupid statement. Why they are making those statements is because when they were in IPOB, they don't obey their leader in their unit. Everybody want to speak to want to jump. That is why immediately they got communication with Nnamdi Kanu, their head now went gaga. That they can now reach the leader. Can you now understand how the brain of our people are wired? When they send all this capture, they don't know that everything you post, sometimes people look at it with a different interpretation. And when the analysts begin to look at what your capture is, they will analyze it and see that these people are not to be taken serious. They are not worthy to take serious, to be taken serious. So they don't understand levels management is all about. If it's in production department today, there are logistics department, there are packaging department, there are production department. All these things has leaders who are overseeing all those things. So you cannot, maybe you a laborer in a production company today, you now left your departmental manager and jump to the stakeholder to go and report. You must be insane. So why they are making all those captures, when you look at it, people like me, I don't want to bring their page here. They are for advertisement. I don't have time for all those things. But I have to educate them because they don't know. Because they are not educated. They are not trained. They are not educated. Even the person, informing them, directing them is not even well informed. That is why today you can no longer hear Elohim, Chukwu Okike Abiamazi Ayoza Yeze Ndidendo, because they came and IPOB built them. After IPOB have built them, they now. That is why today you can no longer hear Elohim. After IPOB built them, they now turn around, want to tell you that Biafra is their own. So my great comrades, the line is open, the contact is there. If you have any contribution to make, please feel free to call. I have only, this is 12:09 in Biafran land. Please, if you have, I want to read family writer's apology to this man, Allah Ejimako, but there is no time again. Maybe tomorrow I will not go to work. We will run a program on the religious we will run a program on the religion issue. So the line is open. If you have any contribution to make, please feel free to call in so that we can do it quick and call it a night, because the time is almost we are rounding up already. If you are here and you want to make any contribution, the time is now. If you don't have, then I will play this to tell you that they really came to destroy our people, as unseen hand has tried every possible means to kill our people, but our people remain strong. When they captured the unseen hand, a lot of people died out of heart attack, out of blood pressure. The leadership bear the brunt. The leadership bear the brunt in a way by they said that the leadership sold Nnamdi Kanu $9 billion or $9 billion naira, I don't know. But after 4 years after 5 years, Allah Ejimako began to tell the public that Nnamdi Kanu was not sold by the leadership. That is what it means. That he was running for his own safe haven, where he can save his life, that he put in trouble. That he was running for it to save the life he put in trouble by himself, and our people died for good 5 years plus. They did not come and expose how he traveled from UK to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia to Kenya. But after they have seen that there is no way they can tag IPOB international terrorist organization, they now came out to expose. Let me play it so that you listen.
In the price. Now listen to our lawyer, Jima.
You people are saying Onion don't travel to Kenya in such a pleasure. No, he didn't. He shared the story with me, and I'm sure he shared with some members of the legal team present here tonight. Onion traveled to Kenya in search of safe heaven.
Safe heaven.
They made it stay in the UK so much comfortable. The United Kingdom's security and intelligence services working in cahoots with Nigerian intelligence services.
What is happening? Hey, somebody is calling. Hello, Mazi.
Mazi did not.
Hey, one Shinake. I greet you.
Oh, John Cruz, from Canada.
Hey, it's been one Shinake. Good evening, you're welcome.
I don't know what to get. Eshimoro now, I'll tell you about tomorrow.
Hey, sorry.
What we have so. I am ready to cut off from the program, you understand?
I'm still.
So we're going to talk. I'm added to.
Okay.
Yeah. And just may follow, but my guy changed some my time.
Okay.
So, like what we are saying,
yeah.
Like last time you said it that the Allah Ejimako will blessing in disguise.
Yeah, Gadiru.
You said it last time that Allah Ejimako blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Yeah, Chineke, if oh, when I am I got mine, I with so many foolish people among us. So, this thing, man, okay, now, look at the tape you are playing that he went to. In my woman's mother, which also cook on the web to go down here. Are you getting me? Okay, like now, over here, telling things yesterday. Over here, ordering opposite. Ordering, so now, Nandi, Ipob, Hana, the Kano. And Ipob now, no going asylum. That's all we're on against Maze Patrick and Maze Eziaka. Are you getting me? So, Nandi and all Ipob can have you and what I am. Nana, Master, okay, you all heard the Ipob what asylum. Give him a cigarette, Maze Namte Kanuchi, or Jizzy, Yawu Kenya, Yabuchamba, you can actually. Are you getting me? Yeah, one of those countries and asylum. Are you getting me? So these people feel now is stupid. Now I am again here. Finally, that we respect them as an that out of him. I say love is blind. We just blindly love him. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Just because of the love, some of the excellencies on the name, we are just overlooking it.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I am making sense. But now they just want to even for are you getting me? That unseen hand, the one they can without unseen hand.
Allah Ejimako was communicating, but
yes,
we do not follow up based on there are multiple issues. Though he's a dubious man, so that unseen hand. So there is something that I want to change it as we Ipob. I hate exactly.
Like Otunubana. Why again many malo agone? Instead, Milandi again make go see Biafran. Come on, I'm not. That's how my mind is. So agone. Odi go to na the count. I told you, I need to send I'm about na the count.
How you going to say no?
Since chop na kia de na ya ihe mere anyị. Okay, look at this guy now. I want to change the tires. I have my tire. I want to change it. Is it on rims? Yeah, there's room in it. Yeah. What? So, Mazi, are you getting me?
Yeah.
So, so now, when you get many, also, I'm not the Are you getting me?
Yeah, man.
So we need to. In fact, I want somebody called I Peters in the morning. I bought some coordinators now. Go can join now. Me announce na radio. I Peters know he will not announce it. Anybody, we are not begging for members. Are you getting me?
No.
I want here we have to choose our. I choose whatever now. Remember, there was a time Monya between the Kano family. When that case started, Kano the Kano family. I was writing the Kano family. We can say, don't make this man call Kano family. Actually, Messiah attached to IPOB. In fact, we have Ayagala forward.
Thank you for calling in. Mazi Okeke Gilbert, let me call you back because I saw your call. Let me call you back. I will not take much call, but anyone who is also watching and wishes to call, please do that because my battery is going down. We have spent almost how many hours in this very program, but that is good. Thank you, Mazi Gilbert. You are welcome. Please go on. You are live.
Mazi Jidofo, good evening from my end here.
Good evening, Washinake.
Good evening, Biafrans and genuine freedom fighters listening all over the world tonight. Mazi Jidofo, I'm welcome to your program this night. Wefuna any ways you was I
am Kwani, I know. I kwado potential because why was
Anya can now bag any Wezia is yozi, not from Nosy goes here, just easy in the dindo. I didn't want them to Morania this night, you were because I am not following enough than anybody easy goes because the method is way than Albania. I don't think I'm have to go for a long while in this. In fact, you are more. You are not in the canal. Why saying all these things? It well refined and endowed by the ancestors to come and minister. Mazi na ndekano sina any gwezi yenye uzinyezi yende dendo anya fugozi ya any gwezi ya wefuzie nke ọ na-ezie na Sokoto ọ na-ezizi na ama m ndị ọ na-ezi kịta ama m ndị nwụrụ anwụ ka ọ na-ezi nke ọ na-ezi kịta because in fact let me tell us IPOB worldwide will go for special Thanksgiving. That Thanksgiving will not be in the church.
Honestly.
That Thanksgiving will be in the reaching out to the less privileges and under one autonomy. That will be the place in the Thanksgiving. That's my Thanksgiving. Pastor, my father. The era of that one has gone. Although it depends on the
your network.
And the belief. What I'm trying to project here is say that number one, we need to go for Thanksgiving because if Mazen Nandekan has not planned what we are seeing today as a abduction, call it kidnapping, and the rendition, which failed 100%.
According to their plan.
We will not be saying all this thing that we are saying, and nobody can, oust him out from the manipulation he has been doing for over a decade now.
That is just it.
Do you understand me? When people say that Mazen Nandekano made a mistake, I am angry hearing such thing because. If you read the handwriting, all the events that have been unfolding since 2021 till date, you will find it is a calculated, well designed. In fact, it's a classic plan.
Honestly,
designed by professors. In fact. He bought. I'm telling you. This is my own take on in all these things, because Mazi felt that he has gotten all he wanted. Enough money that he needed in the hand of Biafrans. Not only IPOB, because there are hidden people who are not into IPOB that are supporting what we are doing, and somebody will say, they dash him money. They dash him money under which name? Under Kano family or a handsome man because he's eloquent or what have you? What are they dashing him money for? Go and call those people. They will tell you they give him money to support what we are doing, which he always announce on Radio Biafra. You can support secretly. It is not more that you will come and do this and do that. And they announce your name, and the people are donating generously with the hope that this man who swore with everything that made him human being, that he is whiter than white, that he is unbribable, he is this and that. They are donating, trying to help in whichever way they can to restore the dignity of our people. So many of our rich people, they are tired of helping people. They are tired. They want a functioning government,
yes,
a functioning society that will ease their burdens.
Yes,
as an individual, you can't continue helping and helping. Every day, people line up in your compound, waiting for you to help them.
Mazi, let me tell you something. This thing you just said now, I think that should be 2019. Yes, 2019.
Yeah.
When I was a student in Enugu, I'm also serving as Anambra student union. So there is something we normally do in Anambra then. As a national leaders, we will visit all the local government representatives, 21 local government. We sent courtesy visits. So there was a time that this man in Anambra, in Ihiala, Shudi Moma, the day we visited Shudi Moma, he came back from Abuja that day. So we got information, he came. We organized and went there. My brother, this thing you just said about big men helping, they are tired. That very morning, all of us were in his gate. Before they opened the gate, we enter. The whole community are inside the compound already. From one, they put, as if they want to do occasion, they put canopy and seats. So by the time the mama came, in his father's compound, we were that very day. They set a seat somewhere far away from the canopy. My brother, this as a church, Catholic people normally go confession. Father will be somewhere. You will now, when they call your name, you will now go and meet Father. That was how it was going there.
Group by group.
So the experience I had there, I came out, I said, if this man like this now, almost the whole community, both people from outside, he came to collect from, maybe he has the money for the awarding of a project. If he share money, maybe 5,000 or 10,000, because when you come, you will not be expecting 5,000, maybe 20, 50, 100. And after sharing this money finish, do you think this man can do any project in this community? And once I saw that, and I said, this is how it is happening in every representative hometown. And that is why it is very difficult for them to do any project. Because by the time they share this money, they use the other one, run away, go back to Abuja. And they don't like to stay home. Because the more you stay home, people will continue to come to collect from you. Another case study, there's one man from Enugu. When I was in school, the man used to bring all this So me and his cousin brother is a friend. So I normally visit the man. One day the man explained something that shocked me. He said, to be a big man is a problem. That he is going to explain something to us. And I said, did you know you don't have money now? People don't see you as somebody that have money. You have a free movement. But every Saturday, this man just said, if I tell you that each Saturday, I have almost 20 invitations that came to me with drink, which if I'm going to attend those, if I'm going to attend to those invitations, there's no one that will carry less than 50 or 100,000, because if you put 20,000, they will say, this big man, I buy drink of so amount, is putting 20,000 in the envelope. So the man now said, in 4 Saturday, if he does not put money, if he does not receive any envelope in a month, that 4 Saturday, he will receive above 150. And people bringing this envelope now does not want to know whether his business is moving forward or falling back, but they expect it from him. So why I say this is because of what you said. Big men are tired of helping. Because it's choking them. Go ahead.
The simple truth is this. I wasn't there when you experienced all these things.
Yeah.
But I studied the environment. I'm trying to. Am I coming out?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm having breaches of network.
Yeah, exactly, but you are coming out now. Go ahead.
Okay. So from my findings, I'm just saying all these things because you don't need to be with the all these rich men in our society to know their burdens. You know, we are human beings. That's why we have a head. We reason. Exactly. We can put 1 and 2 together, and then we can figure out what it will become.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So, in a way, we felt for them. Those people, they are sick because of the amount of visitors they receive, amount of urgent calls that is coming into their phone. The people who are coming to meet them on behalf of others who cannot be able to reach out to them.
Yes.
All these things is a very big sickness. So those people, they are secretly funding Mazen and the Kano personally, thinking that they are dealing with a human being.
Honestly.
They are dealing with honest person. Today, Allah Ejimako has made us to know that he is the unseen hand.
Yes, of course.
Oppressing us. Unseen hand. Destroying us like Oto na Oto. I am telling you, my heart is bleeding. I'm saying it. My heart is bleeding, but I am matured enough to control myself,
of course,
and to continue moving. What these people want is for us to use emotion and destroy everything.
Of course.
And they will crap and go home. But I want to tell them, we are the reincarnate of those who fought 1966, 1967 to 70 and continue fighting.
Of course.
We reincarnated. We have the patience. We have the mental toughness. We have the focus. We have the knowledge. Intellectual, what have you? We have it. If I don't have this one, the other person have.
Of course.
Joining them together, it will become institutionalization that we are talking about today.
Yes.
I meant to understand that since 2016, this institutionalization has been on the table of Mazen Nandekano.
And he refused.
Today,
he sat on it.
I'm coming, Mazi. Oh. I am coming, Mazi, because I told you that you triggered me this night. I heard you. Any goes back easy and the you are reawakening my anger inside me. So I am now talking. Let me join my voice with yours to listeners, because we have suffered. I am within 1 or 2 years, I will clock 50 years. I have never gained anything but rather living in agony. Whatever you get, you reach out to your family, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, uncles, your extended families, and then channel to your in-laws, and everything will be coming on your head. Before you know it, it can't go so. It can't go so, Mazi, it can't go so. You never enjoy. But because we have lived in a society whereby that the stigma, the suffering has become part of us. It has become a how would I say?
It has become part of life.
Thank you. It has become part of us. We see it as normal thing. You know, at a point you go and try to enjoy yourself. But to be free mentally, You cannot, because there are a whole lot of pressure coming on your way. You think about all these things. But this is what, when somebody is growing up to 18 years, the person is off your what is 15 years? What am I saying? 18 years. Like all this Western world that we our brothers are living. When a woman is pregnant, there is something. When the child is born, there is something from government. All these things, it will ease everyone who is living in that society to offer his best for the benefit of all. For the benefit of all.
That is it.
And this man saw all these things, and they come out and they come. It doesn't mean that we do not know all these things before Mazen Nandekan came on board and start talking about them. But Mazen Nandekan remind us what we already know. He remind us,
and that's why the iron was able to sharpen the iron.
I'm telling you, many people who know all these things that he has come to Radio Biafra and they voiced out. But because we have known it, immediately we had such clamoring.
No hesitation.
We didn't hesitate. Rather, we assemble ourselves. People begin to use their money and they assemble people in their respective residence. Understand this thing. Today, somebody will open mouth and say, Mazen Nandekan made you. Made who? Do the Mazen Nandekan know me? Did he feed my family? Do he start up business for me?
Nandekan, you see the quota 2012.
Why? Yes, why is our people terrible sometimes in reasoning? How can you say that a man living on his own, everything I do here as a zonal member or a principal officer, I did it, all of them with my money. I am putting in my money, putting in my time, putting out everything in order to build where I am. Because he said, wherever you are, start one if there is no IPOB. We started it and start funding it and doing everything about it. And today, you will tell me, you made me. It's because of me that Mazen can become famous. Without me, he is nothing. I contributed in his fame. So he shouldn't boast. He should respect me and give me respect that is due to me, as I also give respect that is due to him, not the other way. And he gathered all these useless and criminal lawyers around himself, and they start issuing. In fact, one day these people issuing all this statement, he asked me to keep cordial relationship for a time like this. That means, remark that word, for a time like this, which means they have planned for many years.
Of course.
And they ask people that will be engaged in one thing or the other for a time when it happens, when the trumpet blows, you begin to exercise your own work at your own side. Because I not call here, no, I'm not calling. Each word is easy. Let us examine those words and you know what the meaning is. For a time like this, and we are in a perilous time, our people are dying, and some members who do not, like me, we do not know. We come with our empty and the clear mind for restoration of Biafra. All of a sudden, we heard that our leader was abducted, and we all key in. Doing protests everywhere. Do you know how much we spent here in protests?
People died.
Printing polos, printing flyers, printing all kind of things, buying megaphone, going on street to protest, so that the world will hear us. All these things. Somebody open mouth and say, for 5 years, what have you achieved, my brother? It is an insult. You put your 2 fingers in my eyes and stand up and tell me I can do nothing. My brother, there is something you will tell a man, he will do otherwise and wait for the consequences.
I'm telling you.
Today, I am waiting for the consequences. Whatever I say, I am responsible to everything that I say with my mouth, as long as Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. I am not directing my anger to any individual outside him. He is the cause. Theology. I say if there is a cause, there is a cause. I'm telling you, whatever that is happening, Nnamdi Kanu is the cause. Whatever his brothers are doing, Nnamdi Kanu is the cause. Whatever Nneanya did, Nnamdi Kanu is the cause. Let us tell ourselves simple truth. Everybody should stop. All the people who are saying a mistake, the sibling, my brother, my sister, who is saying that, stop that. If you are hearing me this night, stop it. It is not that person. Anybody that is it in Nneanya, she is working under instruction of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Simple and short.
Sure.
Let us stop all this nonsense. Simple and short. Never say I don't know how to translate this one. Also when I let you Biafra. Today, can you cover to la? Can you cover ya? You can't tell me that a whole organization's freedom movement, that people are dying on daily basis under your command, under your order. People are dying. You ask us that we abandon those in prison, but you seize our fund. All the money that we have generated under your care, you seize it, and they start building 500 million naira worth of a building. Who are you? What are you doing? What is your brothers doing that earn them such kind of amount? Your children, whoever is studying in different schools, that is only big men that can afford the fees. How do you make those money? But you brag on radio that you have nothing. Even a car you do not have. Biafrans are buying you shoe. Biafrans are buying you toothpaste. Biafrans are buying you your food. Today, you went somewhere and stayed here without us knowing. And today, you come to turn it around. That is our blame. That we are to want to be blamed. Are you out of your mind? Gather family men and women all over the world and start insulting all of us. People should stop all this nonsense. If I come to anybody's program and the person is just exaggerating, trying to lay the blame on one person or the other, I will go out of that person's platform. What is all this nonsense? Let us call a spade and get the consequences. All this I am not here. Say what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has done and stand by it. Nothing will happen. He's already done. Adan and Aye will be doing at Sokoto for us to move forward and tell our people the truth. I study about today Basalu industrialization. This industrialization would the highest thing we have achieved if we have not achieved anything in the past. We have achieved something, and I tell you, between now and 5 years time. Because I am not the one that will say when the Biafra will come. This institution would organize the whole Biafran land and focus us to the right channel to receive Biafra. This is what I want to say tonight. Mazi, Ndewo for your program.
Thank you.
And I want to use this opportunity to tell every of our broadcasters, please make una keep it up. Sensitization continues, education continues. We move forward, and the Biafra we shall get.
He said, "Thank you, Machineke. Thank you, Machineke. It's not. We are not here to play. You know, there is one thing. They seize our money, and today they have seen that." The public sympathy, they cannot get it again. Now they have moved to begin to use the money they seized to release Ndugwu Hausa na ndị Fulani ejidere na Sokoto. That is, o nwere ihe ga-eme ikirikata nnọọ na-ajụ onwe gị, wickedness bụ ihe a ka just intentional. Ịtụrụ ego, most of our comrades today Mazi Nasamoru mentioned it on his last program. Some people are now, Nigeria. I will make that as a program to compare life imprisonment and the imprisonment they have given to our people, some of our people. 30 years imprisonment. Mazi Nasamoru said it on last program he made. Nigeria gave some Biafrans captured 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, even 2022 to 2023. 30 years imprisonment, my comrade. The years in Hanogorano has not been counted. 30 years imprisonment. Do you know what it means? The person is going to spend 15 years of his life in prison. How many years is life imprisonment? There's no fact. I think life imprisonment, is about 25 years. So the people who only agitate and champion the ideology, it has now been given 30 years imprisonment. And they are now using the money to buy public sympathy to go and release Ndausa, because they know they have destroyed their own home. Did you know what it means now? They want to use Ndausa to challenge us again. But they want to buy public sympathy because they have destroyed where they come from with dubious character and criminality. Now, what they want to do now is a game now, so that Ndausa, they will be saying, Onyausa is not talking about your brother. You are criticizing your brother. Imagine an outsider is saying good about your brother, but you now is saying something wrong against your brother, that Igbo don't love themselves. That is the strategy and the agenda they want to build. The impression, they want to build from Sokoto. We know all these things. Most of the times when you are not too talking, people will say this one is in unedited. People, this one, there are millions of Biafrans who doesn't want to show themselves. When they speak to you, they know better than you. One of our member of the Directorate of State asked this man, tell us the truth, are you for real? Onwari this man na ngoro Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onguru iyi niile dị ya n'ọnụ. Are you for real? He knows. So my comrades, please, tomorrow, by special grace of God, if I didn't go to work that tomorrow, in the morning I will shake my fellow comrades. If they are not online, then we will come out. We will come in the morning to, ka anyị kakwa n'ụka na o teele mgbe anyị kwuru okwu ndị ụka. So ka anyị ka ụka na o nwere ihe m fụrụ na social media nke ikpeazụ a. Ebuzi isi kpọrọ nkụ. So I ga-ekwu about it echi niile by special grace of God. I lookwa into other manipulation with their European book. So I thank each and every one of us. My battery is really going down. Tomorrow we are going to convey by special grace of God, as Almighty will permit us life. Nkiru ka anyanwụ, Ebuka Chukwu. I thank each and every one of you. Raf Adolphus Raf, Tony Udeza, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of us who have stand till this very moment. It is not easy. I want to encourage you also, please. Tomorrow, our express program, make sure you are there. By 5 p.m. Biafra time, make sure you are there. The express program. Ifeanyi Chukwu Ezu, thank you so much. Make sure by 5 p.m. tomorrow morning you are live on express program. We want to expose Nigeria and their evil. John Cruz, Ezbonwa Chineka, thank you for calling in. And our brother Gilbert Okeke, thank you for calling in. That express program is for each and every one of us. Make sure you join by 5 p.m. There is secret behind January 16, 2027 election. They shifted the election to January 16. And tomorrow, we are going to educate, expose, and inform Biafrans why that date was chosen and what they want to use it to achieve. Be part of that program tomorrow. Invite people. Invite people. Secondly, make sure that as an IPOB member, our oath was unveiled on 2nd of August. Please, if you have attended meeting, physical meeting, I'm talking about physical meeting, and your coordinator have not administered the oath, please, the next one, never agree. Make sure that your coordinator take the oath and you take the oath. So that Kaimana na Yenageko. Egu Kugaria Abari Egu, do not give any chance. If you're having any physical meeting, make sure that you bind everybody around you with that new oath. All the very, very important. Do not say letter. Make sure that your coordinator binds everybody with that oath. Administer it to everybody. That will give you more confidence that these people around your zone are also with you. Anybody who doesn't want to take the oath will step aside for you to take the oath. Do that. Do not keep quiet. It's very, very important. And very, 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 very important. I must tell us. So, the great Biafrans, my battery is just 7%. I wanted to play a voice, but the battery is ready. Let me see if I can play it. But tomorrow, by special grace, we will convey. Let me play it again to see.
I said before, if we get too many friends, we create enemies.
We are not here to make friends. We are here to restore Biafra. So if you come and want to use emotion, we will make you our enemy for this struggle.
Yes, and so what? We create enemies. We want to know the hardcore. Do you know why IPOB is very strong? I'll tell you the secret today. It's because we don't feel sorry for ourselves. We can be very, very crude to each other. And
that is why we are crude on Mazen and the Kano. We don't feel sorry. There is no mercy. We don't feel sorry for anybody.
Get the finest come out of it. Anybody who can overlook all of those things and come and say I want to do Biafra is the genuine pure one. Why do you think that we are so strong? They say, oh, don't discuss religion. You die people, let's speak people. Don't talk about religion. Who told you that? Anybody who can look at all of that rubbish, abandon it and come for Biafra is hardcore. That's how you know. And I'm giving you our secret now, isn't it? It's not that we hate any religion. Actually, man, they were Biafra, more Biafra, not those who.
This is time to know who is born and born Biafra, who are born for Biafra restoration. Even when the leader misbehaves, you rise up and challenge him.
When the Pope calls you, oh, are you a commander of a sector in the army of God? You say yes. Oh, have you taken your catechism? It's a chaplet together in Akori. Oh, don't do that. Oh, the Pope said you shouldn't do be at the war front. No, nonsense. Hardcore. That's what we're looking for, not idiots. I'm being insulted. Is insult more important than Biafra than your freedom?
That is why now they cannot say, do not talk about my family. It was a message he brought from Sokoto. I messy under Ife. I messy under Ife. Hamana that na I don't know. The hamana that na ya beri igwe.
And that is how we recruit our hardcore, Now I'm giving you the secret. That's how you get IPOB, the hardcore. Those who don't retreat nor surrender. No matter what you tell them, no matter the obstacle you throw in their face, they keep going. Once they come, oh, you have insulted me. I feel offended. You insulted my church. You know that person is not hardcore. They can never be. Now you understand our method. We know what we are doing.
Ụmụ Chineke ndị wonu kachifo